Fun fact, all the women in my past are what inspired Kyoto from The Grudge. Isn't that funny?
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be really therapeutic for you.
No, she always wins and haunts them forever.
Well, you know.
I'm looking forward to the Grudge reboot. Great way to start off January 2020. Let's swing into this. Hi, friends. So, a lot of our reactions in the past few days have been getting demonetized, and this one got blocked worldwide. So, there's a link in the description box, a Vimeo link of just the trailer reaction in and of itself. You guys can go click that link, watch your reaction, then come back to this video to watch the review. It's the only way we could work around it. So, go ahead and do that. Take a page out of the It Chapter 2 trailer on doing a trailer.
Show the creepy old lady scene.
Main female protagonist going to the house, visiting creepy old lady, and then scares, and then a bit of a montage, except it's bookend by the famous shower moment.
Gotta love that shower.
You know what's got me excited about this to some sort of degree? Lin Shaye.
Oh, yeah.
Lin Shaye said that she actually had a lot of creative freedom with getting involved in this movie, being able to do some scene work, contribute these ideas that the director normally wouldn't take on, but he was so inspired by everything she was doing that she was allowed to be part of the creative process on this. And this does feel different, I think. It does feel a bit like a Saw movie.
It does feel even more so, at least in the brief glimpses of the actual physical violence. Like, you know, people literally sawing things off and her cutting her fingers up, and the police aspect with all these rotting bodies and stuff.
It's kind of like a bit of a Saw movie. I mean, and I got a little bit of like an Insidious vibe to it. Because I think Ju-1 and The Grudge were made by the same director.
I believe so, yeah.
So that definitely had more of that natural J-horror aesthetic feel to it. Mm-hmm. And this feels a little bit more inspired by.
Yeah.
Instead of feeling like someone from that country came over here and made one, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And it has this like grimy, grainy color palette to it, sort of lo-fi.
It just feels hot and musty
icky
and gross
sticky.
and sticky. Yeah, especially, and then that just enhances when she finds that body in the armchair. You can just smell it through the screen.
There's that's true. I feel some level of appreciation for what we just saw. At least for a trailer.
This makes me weirdly curious and kind of looking forward to it, just because, like, at least judging by these trailers, it does look intense and creepy, and they got, like, Andrea Riseborough, like, she throws herself into stuff.
I mean,
you know? She looks like she's taking this really seriously.
Yeah, I mean, you got a whole bunch of actors in here who look like they're really committed to this. Doesn't feel campy whatsoever.
No.
I guess the question is like when we're watching the actual film itself, because so far I think the past couple of trailers they managed to cut something together pretty neat. The thing with the film itself is like you could have all the actors on board taking this seriously. You have a director who I think really knows how to establish mood and tone. I guess when you're watching the movie, it's just are the sequences and the plot and what the characters ultimately decide to do. Is that going to be stupid? You know, is that going to be dumb? This opening January weekend tends to get me really nervous. It's The Grudge, so I have these natural hesitations towards it that like it seems like everything on a technical scale is and I feel like everyone's really committed to what's going on. There's just that suspicion that there's gonna be some dumb stuff in this movie that it's not in the trailers. So I can't say I've seen it in the trailers and I'm like, well, this just looks stupid from the trailers. There's this like weird sneaking suspicion though of just there's something I'm not seeing, but it's gonna be there, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe this either the release date makes me curious because these trailers have me pleasantly intrigued, but at the same time, I feel like it could either be that thing where it's silly in a way it shouldn't be, or maybe just one of those movies that isn't quite dynamic enough. You know, some of those January releases you see where you're like, this isn't a bad movie. It's just, you know, kind of paced in a blocky way, or in a way that is, you know, kind of longer than it even is. You know, a movie that feels longer than it actually is, you know, because it is a little overwrought or it's taking itself too seriously. I can see it kind of maybe falling into that trap too.
Or just trying to get to sequences.
Yeah. And you have like these actors who are taking it all really seriously, but the writing isn't supporting all that, so you know it can feel overwrought.
Yeah.
Like that's what I worry about. But I hope my optimism says maybe they've realized how much success these people are having. You know, like Blumhouse in January, February. So maybe they're just trying to corner that market.
Yeah.
And the only the only counter to that is I think Sadako versus Kayako also came out early in the year and was not real well regarded. So,
oh, yeah,
I don't know.
Well, whenever they do these montages, I'm like, yeah, it looks like the other Grudge movies. But that sequence with Lin Shaye at the beginning, putting that at the very top of this trailer, that felt the most different.
Yeah, it felt like a whole other level of madness.
Yeah.
You know, that fits into the world but isn't the shower scene again.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, what do you think of this new Grudge movie? Are you excited for what's to come? Do you think this will reinvigorate the franchise? Leave a comment down below. You can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Please click that notification bell to get notified whenever we got a YouTube video up. Notify. Hit the like button and the dislike button. Either one is okay with us. You know, one is preferable. Whatever. And last but not least, I'd like to end this with a patron of the day shout out to a man named Andrew Nickerson. Andrew, dude, been a while since I've heard from you, man. You and I were having a great back and forth for quite some time, and then I noticed that with a couple of ladies I was bringing on, kept shouting you out, having them say like flirtatious compliments to you because I know you're a single guy, but I feel like for some reason that's caused you to distance yourself from me.
Don't get self-conscious.
Come on, man. Don't hold a...
Oh, The Ring.
God damn.
Shudder. The Eye. The Grudge 2.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was looking for Ju-on.
Ju-on.
Don't hold a Ju-on.
Ju-on.
That's what we got today.
Ring
instead
you.
of a hot girl to shout you out,
Ring you.
Andrew. Thanks for being part of our Patreon page.